Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing this Sunday night? It's been a few weeks since we've been on. It's good to be back on air doing this episode. But I'll before we get into this, I'll let Beans do a shout out to those that follow us and listen to us.
Yes, we like to thank those that have come back and watch those that give us your undivided attention watching the live. Thank you for that. And those that have come back and watch the replay, we also thank you for that. We like to give a shout out to Blocka and his Sports Fanatics Talk. He's also on Twitter as well. That was the last time you see this when we was on here with him because we didn't do one last week and we didn't do a radio last week, but we're back on now. Thanks for giving us your time, and let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. Well, last weekend I went to the Morgantown, went and watched the Mountaineers play TCU in Morgantown for
Right,
co-ed. Right, it was almost a pretty much a sellout in Morgantown, which is
right.
pretty
Wasn't that
good.
the blackout game?
Yeah, it was the blackout game. And West Virginia barely lost to TCU. They were in the ball game, but here's the big shocker, and I mean we'll get into it more towards the end when we get in football. West Virginia beat Houston this past weekend. It was ranked number 22 in the country. West Virginia looked pretty good.
Yeah,
Rich Rod's starting to get it cooking, getting it together, and everything else. It's just a process, but they did win. So that's a good thing. Um, we didn't get the picks posted, but I had my picks. I sent them to you. You was sleeping all day and all night and for 2 days straight for your college picks. But anyway, um, that's what I was doing right here, trying to tally them up and right now. But we'll go ahead and get into it. What we got with women's NBA?
women's NBA, not much, nothing much going on except for, and I hate to say it, Sophie Cunningham may not be with the Indiana Fever next year. She's shopping around. They only had her on a 1 year deal. Uh, she has her own Adidas commercial. Sophie's got money coming in. I mean, like she's getting endorsements. Um, she's gonna have some teams. She's gonna be looking at some other teams. She may not. There's good chance she might not be there in Indy because they can't give Sophie a max contract and also Kelsey Mitchell a max contract.
That's what I was getting ready to say. To me, I would let her walk, and I would keep Mitchell.
I'd let Mitchell walk.
Um, Sophia,
Yes,
Sophia Cunningham didn't put up no points though. Who put up your points? Who put
this
up all your
is
points?
true. But
So,
Sophie was hurt most of the season. She didn't play. But
so
it's like Miller, you
I
got
would keep Mitchell and Caitlin Clark together. I let Sophia Cunningham walk, and then I would draft somebody coming up.
Mitchell was in her 8th year this year. She's only made the playoffs the last 2 years. So she's been there 6 whole years beforehand and they ain't done nothing.
Um, that's just me. I keep Mitchell because I think with Mitchell and Clark, I think they can make a run for it. Because here's the thing: even if Mitchell has an off night, you got Caitlin Clark to pick her up, or vice versa.
Yeah.
I don't think Sophia Cunningham would be the one to pick up the slack like Mitchell will. I
I
think
don't think
Mitchell
she
would
won't
pick it up
either,
for her.
but she kept that team together. She was the glue. She was the morale. Anytime, out of all the times that somebody was picking on CC, and they was trying to get the upper hand of CC, nobody on that squad defended her except for Sophie Cunningham. When she took what's her name, JC Sheldon, and slammed her into that floor, I mean, like, I think that was pretty much what made the name for Sophie and why she got all these endorsements because she defended Caitlyn and she took JC Sheldon and slammed her into the floor.
But
But
we'll see. Like I agree with you what you said. I don't think they'll be able to keep that trio together. So if to me, if she goes, you got to keep Mitchell.
yeah, well, see, I was wanting to keep her because Lexi Hull isn't going to be there.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna they are these other teams are looking at the Fever's roster and they're just gonna go ahead and picking. And here's one thing: this is my mistake because they got 13 teams now, and I was talking about the expansion draft for the Detroit Shock. No, the reason why they can only claim so many people because they got two teams coming in, two expansion teams coming in, and guess what? It wasn't even Detroit. It was Toronto and Portland are the
Mm-hmm.
teams that will be playing next year, and those are the two teams that'll be picking people off the teams. That's why they can only protect 4.
So you
And
said Portland, Oregon's the new.
Portland, Oregon, and it's going to be Toronto. Detroit Shock ain't scheduled to come in until 2027.
Got you. So if you can protect 4, if the Fever, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and who's the other 2 you keeping?
Aaliyah Boston, the center, and then you can only pick one. It's between, and I would not protect Sophie Cunningham since she's only on a 1-year contract, and I would be you end up protecting her, and then she go free agency to somewhere else anyway. So
yeah,
I wouldn't protect her, and I would protect Lexi Hull, but chances are Lexi Hull, that was her last contract anyway. She's gonna be shopping around looking for some money too.
We'll see what happens in this offseason too. We'll see what happens with the walkout. And everything. With that being said, which we have Blocka, we was on there with Blocka and everything. He brought up some stuff, which some points out too as well. I mean, you kind of can see why. I mean, to that point that they would do that and walk out, but we'll see what happens.
The Knicks are stinking it up in the NBA.
What's happened to your Knicks?
I'm finna pull up their stuff now because they have been seriously. They won like the first 2 games, and all of a sudden they just started dropping games. It's like right now you got, and here is the killer. This is what's actually tripping me out. I'm gonna go over the Eastern teams, the teams that are leading through the standings. The Bulls are 5-0.
They ain't been 5-0 since Michael Jordan's been there.
That's what I'm talking about. There's no Jordan there. There's no Pippen there, and the Bulls are 5-0. Then you got the Sixers behind them at 5-1. Bucks 4-2, Pistons 4-2, Heat 3-2, Cavaliers 3-4, Raptors 3-4, Hawks 3-4, Magic 3-4, Hornets 3-4, Celtics 3-4. Notice I ain't said Knicks yet. Knicks 2-3 at the 12th slot. Coming in at 13 is the Pacers at 1-5. 14, the Wizards 1-5, but you expect the Wizards to be there. And the Nets at 0-6 at 15. You expect the Nets to be there. Then we go over to the Western Conference. The Thunder's leading. You expect that. The Thunder is 7-0.
Mm-hmm.
And they're behind them is the Spurs at 5-0. And I was like, that's shocking for me. The Spurs, they're getting it together.
They are.
Trailblazers 4-2, Lakers 4-2, Clippers 3-2, Nuggets 3-2, Rockets 3-2, Warriors 4-3, Timberwolves 3-3, Grizzlies 3-4, Suns 2-4, which you expected that from the Suns. They didn't trade everybody off. Kings in the 12th slot at 2-4, Jazz 2-4. Didn't expect Jazz to do nothing. Mavericks 2-4. That's a shocker. I thought the Mavericks was going to do better. They got Cooper Flag, and they still got Kyrie is hurt, and he ain't going. I don't think he'll play this year because he ain't going to be able to play until about January or February. Mm-hmm. And if they keep sucking it up, they might not even be in contention. I wouldn't play him. And the Pelicans at 0-6, and I expect that from the Pelicans.
And what did you say the Lakers were at?
They're in the 4th slot at 4-2.
4-2.
and they're doing that with no LeBron.
LeBron, yeah. Well, yeah, it's like say opened the season. The Warriors beat the Lakers.
Yeah,
Started the season off. So that's a rundown with the NBA kicking it off and everything else. My question to you is your Knicks going to get it turned around?
that's what I'm hoping. I thought they was going to do good. Mike Brown is a good coach. He coached under Steve Kerr. He was at the
He was at Cavaliers for a while.
Cleveland Cavaliers. But when they made
Was
that
it? What was that? He was out.
run,
He was out
he
in.
wasn't the coach, wasn't he?
He was at L.A. I think.
Yeah, he
Too,
was
wasn't
at LA Clippers.
Yeah, and he. I think he done all right with L.A.
Yeah.
No,
he was not with the LA Clippers. I think he was with the
not the Clippers.
Sacramento Kings. That's what I think
it was. That was he was out west. I knew he was out west. No, and I think Tyronn was the coach when LeBron won it with Cleveland, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Tyronn
I think he was. Yeah.
Because he ran Mike Brown off. LeBron did, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I hate seeing it. I thought your Knicks would be back up there competing.
Well, it's one of those things. It's like you want, like me being a Knicks fan, I'm like saying like, all right, if my Knicks can hang with the Celtics, then I'm okay. But the bad part is they are hanging with the Celtics this year. They're both in the bottom of the damn line.
Not the way you was hoping.
Exactly.
Trying to figure out get here for a second. Let's see. Have you watched any of the NBA games?
Yes, I watched the Knicks play. Dang, I can't even remember, but they won that game. Oh, they played the Cavaliers when they beat the Cavaliers. I watched that game, but that was the only one I've actually seen.
I
take that back. I also seen them beat the Celtics.
I haven't got to watch that game. And I ain't really got to watch a whole lot working this night shift and everything else.
Right.
But it's I've been busy and everything else working, and that little one's keeping me busy.
Right. I know, right?
Hopefully I can get watching some games here and there. Especially, which I mean, I really don't start watching the NBA until it comes around playoff time there towards the end.
Right about All-Star break time is when you actually really, really get to watching.
Yeah. So that's what I'll start getting into watching it. And just like with baseball and everything else, and mentioning about baseball, go ahead and congratulate the Los Angeles Dodgers on their World Series win.
I know they done doubled back to back.
Back to back. Let me tell you what, this was a great World Series.
This was a surprise World Series because when the Blue Jays went up 3-2, I thought it was over. I was like, oh, last two games in Toronto, it's over for the Dodgers. I didn't even watch. I was wrong.
And I'll go to say this. This is where, and I don't care it comes to NFL, the NBA, baseball, hockey, soccer, or whatever. When it comes to postseason play, that's where experience comes in handy. As far as coaching, as far as players, I'm going to say this. Houston's coach blew it for. Houston's coach. Toronto's coach blew it for him.
Right.
Toronto Blue Jays coach. And I'll tell you why. In that game 7, all right, here it is, the bottom of the 9th. Okay. They get the runner on. He's on second. They bunted him over to third. So you got him at third with 0 outs. They walk the next batter. So they're at first and third, 1 out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 scenarios that you're doing here, and he didn't do either one of them. The runner at first is going to steal a second. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's an automatic because they throw that ball down to second. That runner at third's coming home. That's tying the ball game up. They were down by 1. It was 4. No, actually, it was tied then. It was tied. So it was a tie ball game. So that was in the bottom of the ninth. Well, they didn't do that. Well, then your next thing you're doing, you're squeezing a bunt. You're bunting that ball to get that runner home to win that ball game, to win that game 7. But he didn't do either one of those. He let the hitter hit. They hit into a double play. That ended the bottom of the ninth. That was it. And then after that, it was Katie borrowed the door. It was done. But they could have won it there in the bottom of the ninth. He's a young coach. I don't know how old he is. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and try to look this up. He looks like he's probably my age.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit older. I don't know. Maybe a little bit younger. But that's where experience comes in compared to what's his name at Coach Dodgers, who's been around a while.
Right. Because actually, coaching and it goes across all leagues because NFL, you got McDaniel. I think he's only like 38 years old. I don't think he's in his 40s. He's in his 30s. Then you look in the NBA. What's the Lakers? JJ Redick for the Lakers. He's a young dude. Then you got like you said in baseball, you talking about the Blue Jays. I just like they're just
John
getting younger.
Snyder. John Snyder. He's my age pretty much. He was born in 80. I was born in 81. So he's a year older than me. So he's 44, 45. Getting ready to turn 45 because I'll be 44 and he's getting ready to turn 45. So John Snyder, and I know people say I hear people comment all the time, well, coaches can't get on the field and play. They can't get on the court and play. No, but coaches are supposed to put their players in the best positions to win the ball game.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to say that. Well, they was in position to win that game 7 in the bottom of the ninth when you've got runners on the corners. That's like baseball 101. Okay. The runner at first is stealing, and then you're bunting. As that runner's stealing, you're bunting anyway. Either war or both. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't lay down the bunt, then the runner's still in second. So then you got runners either at second and third with it's 1 out, and that does away with the double play. But no, they pitched to him. They and it cost them. They went to extra innings, and then the Dodgers won it, and I think the 11th. I think it was. And let me check something here. Because you had the 18th inning game there Tuesday, I think it was. Okay. Went 18 innings.
That one was a long one.
Yeah, that game 7 went 11. Or was that, let's see, Wednesday night. Okay, that was final. That was regular. So that would have been Tuesday. Final. Or was that Monday? I'm trying to find.
I want to say Monday. That was Tuesday.
Monday night. Monday night. Yeah, that's the one that went 18 innings. I actually didn't even. I went to bed before they went into extra innings, and then I woke up and seen that they won it in 18, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. 6 hours of baseball was what was played.
Yeah, and I hated that for Ohtani because he played that long game and he had to pitch the next day.
Yep. And then, okay, get this. Game 7, they played Wednesday and had game 7 Friday. The guy we work with, it's up in the lab. He was, I was talking to him. He watches it a lot. You got to think.
Jody. I know what you're talking about.
Wednesday. Yeah. Wednesday, let's see. They had played Wednesday. All right.
Uh-huh.
Um, so come Thursday, I think it was, they had a day break. I'm trying to see. Yeah, let's see. Wednesday. There's Friday. See, they won it last night. Um, so yeah, they had a break, and because I was telling him, I said, "You think they're going to pitch Otani?" He said, "No, they're not going to pitch." I said, "I bet they do." Well, he ended up starting. But I will say this: um, Yamamoto, the pitcher,
Mm-hmm.
won back to back games. If I'm not mistaken, I think he pitched Friday in relief. Yep, he won. He was the winning pitcher. He won 3 games out of them, and out of them 7 games, he had 3 wins underneath him. I think he was the MVP of the World Series, if I'm not mistaken. Also, there was a hitter Clement for Toronto who tied the record for hits in a postseason with 29 hits. So this was a good World Series. I think it was good for baseball ratings. I don't know what the ratings were. Blue Jays had it, but it comes down to, like I said, postseason experience with anything. So, and that's why when I was getting on right before we got on, I told you I wasn't worried about the Chiefs losing today.
Right.
We can give Josh Allen all those regular season stats he wants and give him them wins. The main thing that counts is when it comes postseason time.
Exactly.
And he's what, 0-4, 0-3 against him? Something
Yeah.
like that in the
I
postseason.
want to say it's 0-3.
So y'all can keep those regular season wins. We'll take those postseason wins. And it
But
comes
here's
down
the thing. Ain't it backwards? It's like Mahomes always finishes Josh Allen in the playoffs. And in the playoffs, Josh Allen always finishes Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it is. So I guess let's see here. Anything else? Oh yeah, let's do some let me get over here to it.
Talking about the hockey?
Some hockey.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about hockey. It's early too with this season, early to a long season,
Yep.
NBA and hockey. Some
They look
scores right
like they're a
now.
little bit ahead of NBA.
Yeah, they are. They've already played. Let's see what we got here 10, 11 games, to 11
Yeah.
and 12 games, depending on the team. Um, right now in the third period, you got the Flames and the Flyers. Flames are up 2-0. The Ducks are up 3-0 over the Devils in the second period. You've got the Sharks and the Red Wings in the second period with 8 minutes left. They're 0-0. A couple finals to go over. You've got Lightning beating the Mammoth 4-2. And then you've got the Islanders beating the Blue Jackets 3-2. That's a rundown of some scores there with hockey. Now let's just go move right along because once we get in football take up the rest of the session. Gets into some college. Get to some college scores. Now I done mentioned going to Morgantown weekend before last. In case anybody don't know, I got those tickets off of VetTix. If you're a veteran, you can go on vettix.com. You can get tickets to any venue. You earn coins by doing surveys, and you earn so many coins per month, and then you accumulate them. When events come up, you can have your notifications set. They'll let you know there's tickets to certain games, certain venues like concerts, or if there's a comedian coming in the area, you can go on there and you can bid on those tickets to get them. Bid how many coins you want. But the thing is, I've done learned which I've only bid on a few things here and there. Last year in the Super Bowl, I bid all my coins. I didn't have many, like 100 and some. I bid them all on the Super Bowl. Didn't get it. They're going to take the highest bidder with coins is what they're going to do. But I ended up getting these tickets to the WVU TCO game. I had a bid in for the Utah game as well, but I pulled it out right before they'd done the drawing because I knew I was going to draw. So I pulled it out. So, yeah, if you want to go on there, it's VetTix, VETTIX.com. And you go on there, get registered, put your information in, start accumulating coins, start looking for what the event you want to go to. And like I said, they I was selected, but here's the thing though, you got to make sure that you're going to go to them venues. They got like a strike thing. I guess after say if you draw tickets and then you don't go, you don't show up. I think after like 3 strikes, that you're done, no more. So if something happens, it's going to have to be a good excuse or whatever. There's no reselling these tickets because these tickets are free. You don't have to pay for them. Now you do have to pay like a processing fee of the ticket. I think I paid $40, which is not bad to me.
That's not bad for a college game. Because you remember the processing fee on them other tickets we had for the last game. It was more than $40.
Oh yeah. So you go on there, and then what you got to do, you take a picture when you get there at the venue. You share your location. They want to know, make sure you're at the game, and that you're not handing these tickets off to someone else to go. You better be there.
Yep.
But it's a good thing they do for veterans. Which I was complaining about it a couple years ago because they only offered like 2 tickets to when it came to NFL, 2 tickets for like a playoff game. I mean, come on, man. College, like in the college a national championship, they had at least 20 tickets that was given to that veterans could bid on. And the NFL that one year had 2. I mean, come on now. Y'all can do better than that.
I know. I can see myself right now. I ended up getting a ticket that I had to pay nothing for, and you end up paying $40 for it, and it'd be like a Super Bowl ticket. And my wife is not a fan of football, don't pay attention to anything. But I come back and I say, "Yeah, I got a Super Bowl ticket." And she said, "So we going to the Super Bowl?" Well, I'm like, no, I got a ticket. I'm like, yeah.
So I was going to point that out there. It's good to get into and everything else. So. All right, Beans didn't get his picks in this week for college. I did my picks.
But I got 13. A good nap in.
Yeah, you did. You got a good nap. I went 13-6 in my picks. I did pick WVU to beat Houston in Houston, and they did 45-35.
See, I'd have been the other way.
Yeah, because it's Texas team. I don't know. I think you still may have went WVU. If I'd have went WVU, you may have went WVU.
I don't know, because the minute you said they're playing in Houston, I'm like, oh, no.
All right, I run down some scores here. You had Memphis beating Rice 38-14. I had Memphis, and I got that.
See, I'd have missed that one, too. I went Rice, because Rice is in Houston also.
Ohio State beat Penn State 38-14. I had that. West Virginia over Houston 45-35. Indiana beat Maryland 55-10. I had that.
Yep.
Georgia over Florida, 24-20. I had that. Ole Miss over South Carolina, 30-14. I had that. Here's one I missed. Georgia Tech, number 8 in the country, got beat by NC State, 48-36.
I missed that one too.
I missed that. Here's another one I missed because I've been pulling for Vandy. You know how I've been on that Vandy wagon. Texas beat them. You would have had Texas. You'd have got that. Texas won 34-31. Here's another one. Now, you would have got this one too. Okay. I missed this. Number 10, Miami got beat by SMU 26-20. You would have had that.
I would have that.
Notre Dame beat Boston College 25-10. I got that.
I would have went with the Hunchback also.
You would have got this one. Texas Tech beat Kansas State 43-20.
Yep.
I missed this, and you would have missed this. Oklahoma beat the Vols 33-27. I figured you would have went Vols with me.
Tennessee. Yep.
So Virginia beat California 31-21. I got that.
Virginia beat California?
Virginia's 8-1. They're ranked 15th in the country.
The bad part is I would have missed that. I've
Um,
been the other way.
number 16, Louisville beat Virginia Tech 28-16. I got that.
Yeah, I'd went that way.
Now here's one I missed. You ready for this? And this is gonna be a jaw dropper for you. Cincinnati went to Utah and the Utes beat them 45-14.
I'd have got beat too. I'd have went going for Cincinnati.
I was Cincinnati. So Michigan barely beat Purdue 21-16. I got that. USC over Nebraska 21-17, and I got that one. I missed the Marshall one. Marshall got beat, and Pitt beat Stanford, and I got the Pitt. I went 13-6 on my picks this past weekend. You would have beat me, maybe. I don't know.
No, I've probably been 11 because there's been a couple of ones that I said I would have went for that didn't show up. Then you ended up getting them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'd have beat you by probably 2 because you'd have went with Rice and Houston.
Yep.
See, as we've been doing this so long, we know each other's picks pretty much.
Yep.
So let's get over here. Let me go ahead and flip over here to that's going to be week 11
10.
for
It's 11?
11 for
oh,
college.
yeah, because it's been 10 in the NFL. Yeah.
College is a week ahead.
Yep.
Let's see, week 11. All right, here we go. And then once again, if you're just your first time listening to us or joining in or whatever, what Beans and I usually do, we pick the top 25 teams. Then we pick West Virginia, which they're not ranked. We're from West Virginia. Then we'll usually pick Virginia Tech, Pitt, and Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
Those other two, Pitt and Virginia Tech, they're close to us. That's why we usually pick those. But sometimes if they're playing a ranked team, we don't have to go outside to go ahead and do that. All right, here we go. Friday night, you got Northwestern, who is 5-3. They're not ranked, playing number 20 USC at USC. I don't know on this one. Part of me wants to go Northwestern.
I'm not feeling Northwestern. I mean, actually, just be either one of these teams. It's like, I'm not feeling. But you said Northwestern is ranked right now, right?
No, they're not ranked. They're 5-3. USC is ranked at 6-2. I went Northwestern. I'm probably going to miss that, but
I'm going with the ranked king USC.
If I'm not mistaken, Northwestern gave somebody a fit. That's the reason why I'm leaning towards them. Your next game that same night, both of them starting at 9 o'clock. You got number 22 Memphis is playing Tulane, who's 6-2. This could be an upset alert, but I'm going Memphis.
I'm going Tulane. I don't know. The name said Tulane. Go do Tulane. Over there in Louisiana, do Tulane.
And then we got number 1 Ohio State is playing Purdue. I'm going Ohio. Go Buckeyes.
Well, if y'all give me a 40-point start, I'll go with Purdue. But other than that, I'm going Ohio.
Then you got number 2 Indiana playing Penn State. I'm going Indiana.
I'm going Indiana. Penn State's going to say, hey, we should be number 2. Watch this game right here. And Indiana's going to show them that's why you're not number 2.
Well, Penn State's 3-5 on the season, so they're not even going to do anything.
Hey.
Then you've got number 5 Georgia playing Mississippi State. Georgia's going to win that one. Then you've got here's a good one. Number 8 BYU, undefeated, going to Texas Tech, who number 9 in the country at 8-1. I'm going Tech. We'll see what happens. But it's been a crazy year in college football as well, just like it has been in the NFL. But we'll see what happens. Then you've got Ole Miss is playing Citadel. I'm going Ole Miss on this.
I go Ole Miss. I'm not gonna go against. I learned my lesson.
Number 3, I know who you're going with on this. Number 3, Texas A&M is playing number 19, Missouri in Mizzou.
Oh man, they just doing they're torturing me. I'm going Texas A&M because that's my favorite school actually. But I love Mizzou. I've been loving Mizzou lately, but I cannot betray my own interest.
I went with A&M as well. Number 6, Oregon is playing Iowa, who's not ranked, who is 6-2 in Iowa. You ready for this? I'm going upset. I'm going Iowa.
I'm going Ducks. I like the Ducks too. Even though they're not a Texas team, I love the Ducks.
Here we go. Syracuse is going to Miami, who's number 18 in the country. Syracuse is 3-6. I don't think Syracuse has got the power to do it. I'm going Miami.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go Miami, but I would love to go Syracuse. It's just that I don't think they got the juice to do it either.
Nope. So they're going down. Here we go. I think Vandy bounces back. They're playing Auburn in Vandy, so Vandy is going to have the win.
I like Auburn. Yeah, I'm gonna go Auburn.
Okay. Then we got number 24, Washington, going to the 2-6 Wisconsin. I'm going Washington on this one.
Washington.
Oh, dear Lord. Them Commanders are getting pounded. All right, now you've got Wake Forest going to number 12, Virginia.
Wake Forest.
Wake Forest
Virginia.
is
Wake
5-3. Virginia's 8-1.
Virginia.
I'm going Virginia. Then you got Cali going to number 14, Louisville. I'm going Louisville on this.
Yeah, go Louisville.
Oh, buddy, here's one here, but I don't think it's going to happen. And I don't know if you know this. Well, I'll tell you. LSU is going to Alabama. Alabama is number 4 in the country. Alabama's 7-1. LSU's 5-3, and LSU got rid of their coach. So they said they wouldn't. The governor even stepped in. The governor of Louisiana stepped in and said the AD is not hiring another coach. He said it's done got the school in a mess twice with buyouts. I think their buyout was like $53 million or something like that. Or something like that. Or it was something outrageous or something. So even the governor of Louisiana stepped in. He said, but I'm not going to be the one that's going to be picking a coach. He said, but I guarantee you the AD ain't picking a coach. He said, I may call President Trump. He likes winning. He said, I may let him pick the coach. He said that on national TV. I started rolling. But he said, they're not picking the coach no more. He said, that's 2 coaches, 2 in a row that, they lost a lot of money.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Let's see, they can hire me at $40 million a year. $40 million contract. And all I got to do is lose every game until I get fired. And then they got to pay me all my money. Yeah, that's a good deal. But yeah, I forgot who the LSU was going against, but I'm not going LSU.
Going Bama.
Bama, yeah.
All right, you ready for this? Are you ready?
Oh yes, let's hear it.
Navy 7-1 going to play Notre Dame.
Why do they just keep stabbing me? They know I like Navy and they know I like Notre Dame, but I cannot betray my shipmates.
Navy. I'm going Navy.
I'm going Navy too.
All right. I think that's it. I'm making sure because when I do these, I go to the scores and pick these, but then it seems like sometimes, and I don't know why or how, one ranked team when I go to check them gets left out.
Left off, we miss it.
Yeah. I mean, this is according to this, that's all I got, but somehow it always does it. All right, go here. Let me go get do West Virginia. See who they're playing. I think they're playing
When they go against Colorado?
next weekend. That's what I thought. So Dion's coming to Morgantown. Both of these teams are 3-6. West Virginia looked pretty good. I'm going WVU to get their 4th win.
I hate doing it, but I gotta go Dion. I hate trade. I hate to put the knife to West Virginia's back, but I gotta go Dion.
All right. Let's see here. Now, let's get to where is it? Where is it? Right there. Get to the Sun Belt so we can get Marshall. Oh man, Marshall's playing James Madison in Marshall. James Madison is 7-1. Marshall's 4-4. I'm going James Madison on this.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the pick right there, James Madison.
So watch this be one of the games they upset them.
I know, right?
Now let's go to the ACC and get our 2 picks there, and that will be it for college picks. Let's see here what we got. Well, we go back. Hear me? They on a bye week? I don't see.
They had a bye.
No, Virginia Tech and Pitt.
Oh,
I don't see Tech or Pitt nowhere. They must
I
have a
don't
bye.
remember them. I thought Virginia Tech had a bye week already.
Well,
but I don't remember Pitt having one.
Well, there's 2. There's like 2 bye weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and let's see here. Let me check Tech's schedule here. I thought it was a little late. They don't give a date or time or nothing. Let's see what this says. Yep, they're on a bye week. They don't play again until the 15th.
Oh, okay.
So they've got a bye this coming weekend. Both of them do. So that's our picks there for college. Like I said, West Virginia looked good. And there was a bunch of sore loser Houston Cougar fans that was on that page calling us a bunch of hillbillies, saying we can go burn a couch now. That was our Super Bowl for the year.
We can burn a couch. Wow.
Yeah. So my wife said, well, we probably will. But
while you playing, I got a couch I was gonna burn.
Thing was, evidently I didn't get to watch it where, like I said, I was asleep where I worked night shift. I was in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Evidently looking at other WVU fans' comments. No, Houston was ranked like 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
And they must have had very few fans at that game.
Oh, dang.
Because they were talking about the Houston fans. They said if that was WVU ranked 22nd, Morgantown would have been packed out, which it was packed out at the Coal Rush game. It was about 90%. I mean, there was very few seats. So evidently they don't have a good fan base. And here's what people don't realize. When the NCAA committee goes to pick for teams to make the playoffs, they look at that. Okay.
Oh, they check out the how the fans.
It's all about money. Even Kirk Herbstreit has talked about It's whoever brings in the money. Okay. So if you have no fan base, it's going to travel,
Mhm.
and you're tied with somebody else that's got a bigger fan base, they're going to pick that team has got the bigger fan base to draw in money.
You know that's true because now that you say that, I think about that because remember that there was that one year we was all man. I think it was about 2016, 2017 that Cincy was undefeated 2 years in a row, and they was like, "Oh, they're gonna make it this because this is their second undefeated season," and they got past.
Yep. So, all right. Moving some light along to some NFL. We'll go over some scores. We got the game that's going on right now is the Seahawks and the Commanders. Seahawks are up 28-7
Ooh.
right now. It was 28-0, but here's some finals today. And let me get back over here to our picks.
Mm-hmm.
In which you didn't do too bad, believe it or not.
Oh, in my mind, I was like, I think it's horrible.
You've missed 4 so far. You've got the Seahawks winning this and your Cowboys, and I do too. And I've missed 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. So we're tied. We're going to tie.
Yeah.
So the Patriots beat the Falcons today 24-23.
Barely. That was a shocker.
It was. The Niners over the G-Men 34-24. The Broncos over the Texans. I was hoping Texans would have pulled that off. The Chiefs got beat by the Bills 28-21. I'm going to talk a little bit about that game. And I'm going to say this. Which mean you've talked about it. And, even though, you're a Cowboys fan, I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm just going to be truthful with my team, okay, when it comes to it. And going into this game, I mean, yeah, a Bills fan could not guarantee this was going to be a win by going off of the play prior to this game. Because the Bills have been winning, but it hadn't been pretty. They ain't looked good at all, period. But today, this is the best the Bills' defense looked all year, okay? So hats off to that. They got their win, but we'll have the postseason win, like I said earlier. But I'm gonna mention this, and I don't know. You probably didn't watch none of that game, did you?
Yeah, I was busy all day.
There's one call, and you know how they go. The commentators, they got Gene, one of the main guys of officiating. He's on TV, and they ask him a question, and he'll
Gene. I think his last name Pirelli, or
something like that. All right, but there was a play, okay, that they called Mahomes on intentional grounding.
Oh, okay. Well, I definitely didn't see that.
Well, Andy Reid threw the challenge flag because the ball was tipped. A lineman had tipped the ball. Okay?
Yep.
So Gene said, well, this is challengeable. This is a challengeable play. Because that ball was tipped. This is a challengeable play. Well, the refs, they were talking to Andy, and they said, this is not a challengeable play. And you know how many times I've seen Gene say that on TV, that, yeah, it's a challengeable play, or, yeah, this, and then the field, it's the opposite.
Yep.
So you tell me, how come these refs, and I ain't saying that this is the reason why the Chiefs lost, but, I mean, it had an effect on their movement of that, because then it went from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 16.
Right, but you bring up a subject we need to talk about, and I've been wanting to talk about that on here, but I keep forgetting. It's just like I understand they have only certain things that can be challengeable because they want to not delay the game or make it take any longer. But here's my thing: everything should be challengeable, especially when you only give me one challenge per half. How is it going to drag out the game if I only got one doggone challenge?
Here's my thing. New York buzzed down in a matter of seconds. How come when they were talking to Andy Reid for them 2 minutes that New York didn't buzz down and say, yes, that's a challengeable call?
I think that when New York does that replay assist, I think that's only allowed the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it happened so quick, it wouldn't like it take a whole lot of time. You see
that is true. It wouldn't take a long time.
It wouldn't take nothing.
Because all they got to do, yes, it is challengeable. And how come How come the refs don't know that?
That's what I was going to say. I mean, most of these refs have been doing this for 10, 12, 14 years, the majority of them, okay? The only ones that are real young at it is the few women that's in there, okay? They ain't been doing it nowhere near as long as the men have. So how in the world you don't know these rules?
Exactly.
That it's not a challengeable. Yeah, that ball was tipped, okay?
Mhm.
Just like when you call pass interference when you hit a receiver and the ball's tipped. That's
Yeah.
a challengeable call because that ball was tipped.
And here's this: you also got like 4 refs on the field. Out of all 4 of you, none of y'all know that. Somebody should say, "Oh, yes, it is," or you're challenging the back, even though he's not the ref. The back judge could have stepped up and say, "Yes, that's actually is. He's correct." And 2, you're going against Andy Reid. I would trust Andy Reid.
Yeah.
They know that book left and right.
And
Andy
Gene
Reid,
said,
Bill Belichick. Who else would have been on that?
Gene even said, he said, I've been doing this for 30 plus years. He said, that's the first I've heard of that ever. So, and I'm gonna tell you right now, some are out there listening. Oh, he's complaining to the refs. I'm the first to tell you, the refs don't lose you the ball game. They may miss a
Yeah.
call. All right, I mean, and this is the reason I'm saying that. Okay, all throughout the game, on like third downs, you didn't convert a third down, you didn't get it, or you make a bonehead penalty, it gets you a big touchdown call back or a big run call back because you done something stupid. You didn't. A lineman misses a blocking assignment, gets the quarterback sacked. Okay, you're making mistakes
Mm-hmm.
to lose a ball game.
Yep.
Don't put yourself in a position for a ref who's human to make a mistake to make you lose a ball game.
Right. If you
So you
can't control
take
the
care of
ball,
business. You take care of business on the field. You don't have to worry about that.
yep.
And I told that when I was coaching. I'm coaching little kids in a little league years ago. They was complaining because they let on strike 3 call. They said, "What ball was outside?" And they was complaining. I said, "Listen to me. I don't want to hear you complain about that when you let the first pitch go right dead down the middle. It was a fastball down the middle, strike. You let that go and didn't swing the bat
Mm-hmm.
when you should have been swinging. You probably could. That's probably the better pitch to hit. So yeah, it's easy. It's an easy way to comp out and blame the ref or the umpire or whatever. But like in situations like this, is not knowing the rules. That's what gets me. Um, how did you not know that?
I don't know.
And we're having this every year. I mean, and not just one time. This is if you watch a lot of these games, it's something at least once a
Oh
week or
my
every other week.
God. Don't tell me we got the WNBA refs came over.
But let me get down through here on these last of these scores. Right now, it's at halftime. The Seahawks are 31-7 over the Commanders. Me and you got this one. You ready? The Bears beat the Bengals 47-42.
That was a no defense game. That was a
And
shootout.
Flacco still played.
Yep.
Here's one that me and you missed. The Vikings and the Lions. The Vikings beat the Lions.
You know why? Because I didn't know JJ McCarthy was back in the
Yeah.
lineup. I thought it was going to be still Carson Wentz.
No.
And I was like, they ain't winning this.
Well, I still picked the Lions, even with JJ, and I knew he was in. Here was a shocker that me and you missed. The Panthers beat the Packers, which was 16-13, and yeah. Man, I was hoping, I was pulling for this. The Chargers barely beat the Titans 27-20.
I know. If the Chargers lost to the Titans, I was gonna write the Chargers off. That's it.
I was hoping the Chiefs would win this game. The reason being because I would like to see them get the number 1 seed, but that's going to be out of reach for them now. The Colts lost to the Steelers. That would have helped for the number 1 seed.
That was a shocker to me too.
It was a little bit, yeah. But I mean, they're still going unless they start falling off, which I don't know. I watched a little bit of that game before I went to bed. The Steelers won 27-20. The Jaguars barely beat the Raiders 30-29. We had the Rams over the Saints 34-10, and then Thursday night we had the Ravens beating the Dolphins 28-6. And then tomorrow night you got the Cowboys and the Cardinals in Dallas. So I'll do a rundown of the standings, and then we'll go ahead and do our picks. And we're about done. All right. In the AFC East, for you Bills Mafia fans, I'm just going to call it right now on Vets Plus Sports. You are not winning the division, just so you know. Y'all not going to win the division. Which I will say this. They did look good today. The Bills did look good today. But I think it was a hyped up game because who they was playing.
Yeah.
Because all year they have not looked good all year, period. They've been winning, but they ain't looked good. So you got New England leading that division at 7-2, then you got the Bills at 6-2. I'd say New England beats the Bills again when they come to play later on. The Patriots will win that division. The Steelers, this is the AFC North, and who knows who's going to win this division.
I'm thinking it's going to be Steelers. They was talking about it. I was in a chat room the other day, and it was like right after the Ravens trashed the Dolphins, and they were talking about the Ravens is going to go on a streak because all of these teams, the next 5 games are teams with losing records, and they should be able to beat them. And I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to make it embarrass myself. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all that because that might happen. But
they can.
In reality,
you ready? You ready for this? All right, the Steelers are 5-3, and guess who's behind them?
Don't say it
the Ravens. Ravens at 3-5.
It's not the
Ravens.
Bengals?
No. The Bengals they're 3-6. The Ravens have to play the Steelers twice. So the Ravens still can win the division. So it ain't so far-fetched. But
right.
It's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it is. And I was sitting there thinking when they talk about they play a bunch of losing teams, and I'm like, yeah, but the Ravens, they also got a losing record. So what is that actually saying?
They're only 2 games out from behind the Steelers since the Steelers lost today. All right, and I'm gonna tell you right here's their schedule. Okay. Here's my thing. How come the Ravens never play the Bills in the regular season?
Didn't they play at the beginning of this year?
Oh, they did. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, they kicked it off. That's right. You're right. Yeah. But yeah, they did. Never mind. All right, here's their remaining schedule. Okay. They got the Vikings next week. Then they play the Browns. Then they play the Jets. Then they play the Bengals. The Steelers, Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers.
They got like 2 hard teams and that's
I can see. I'm gonna put a question mark with the Vikings because they're going to Minnesota next week. Here's one: they're going to beat the Browns. They're going to beat the Jets. They'll beat the Bengals twice. So, right there's 1, 2, 3, 4 wins. They'll probably beat the Packers. 5 wins. And then that leaves them playing the Steelers twice. So at 5 wins, that puts them at, let me back it up here. I'm going to give them 5 wins. That gets them to 8 wins right there. And then you got 3 possible, the Vikings, and then the 2, the Steelers.
Right.
So.
They might have been telling the truth.
So, but here's the thing. I wouldn't put much faith in Lamar. And here's the thing too. And I like John Harbaugh. He's a good coach, but they don't do too smart decisions sometimes, especially when it comes down to here lately in the playoffs. They don't do too smart of decisions. That was what the year before last when they played the Chiefs. They went away from the run game, only ran the ball 6
Yep.
times.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't have too much confidence in them. All right, we go to the AFC South. You got the Colts are 7-2 now. Jacksonville's at 5-3. Then the rest of it, you might as well forget. Here's the AFC West, and if you remember, I mentioned it. If the Chiefs even would have lost against the Lions, they'd have been all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they won that, but they lost against the Bills, but they're still all right. But Denver leads that at 7-2, which the Chiefs plays them 2 times. The Chargers are 6-3. The Chiefs play them 1 more time, and Broncos and Chargers will lose down the line somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because the Broncos are barely getting by.
So is the Chargers
are barely getting by. So the Chiefs, they'll make ground. They'll come back. Here's the Chiefs' remaining schedule. Here's the thing, though: the Chiefs still got some competition. They got to play the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
So as of right now, they go to Denver next week, play the Broncos.
Okay.
The Colts come to Arrowhead. They'll probably win that. Chiefs will probably win that in Arrowhead.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go to to Dallas, to Big D.
Yeah.
To play your boys. And who knows what's going to happen there.
I know Dallas don't play good at home. If you said it was going to be an Arrowhead, I say, oh, we got a chance.
Then they play Texans. Then they got the Chargers, the Titans, the Broncos, and the Raiders. So here, and usually they split with the Broncos, but this year I'm going to say, let me tell you what, the Chiefs are 5-4, but this team looks good. Okay, and that's what some fans can't see. Oh, your Chiefs are 5-4, or the Eagles are 6-2. The Eagles or the Bills or whatever they are. Yeah, they're winning, but they look horrible.
Barely.
They look horrible. And then you look at the Chiefs, who are 5-4, actually look good, but this little stuff here and there is the reason they're 5-4.
Right.
Bonehead penalties and stuff like that. Drop passes.
Guys on suspension.
Yep. So, but that's the rundown there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 games left. Okay.
Yeah.
The Chiefs could rattle off them 8 games.
Yep.
They could. And go
and make 13-4.
Yeah. Go 13-4. They can rattle those 8 games off easy. And go 13-4, or they're going to go 12-5. That's what they're going to finish. One of the two. But that's their remainder of the schedule. I still think they can win the division. They're only 2 games out of first place as of right now. All right, now let's get over here to the NFC where your guys are at. The Eagles are 6-2. I told Mr. Keller, he told me the other day, he said, we may break that 20-year curse. I said, why you say that? And I said, you know who's behind you, don't you?
Right.
The Cowboys, they're only a game out. Actually, they're 2 games out. But they're 2 behind, but it ain't over yet. And y'all still got to play them twice, don't you?
Do we?
You ain't played them yet. I don't think you played them yet, have you?
We played everybody in our division. We beat the Giants, we beat the Redskins, and we
y'all played
Philly.
Y'all kicked that's right.
First season.
Thursday, yeah.
First game.
And y'all should have won that.
Yeah, because that one was close.
All right.
In fact, every last one of them games been close, except for the Redskins game where we got blew skins out.
The Bears blew you out.
Yeah, we got blown out by the Bears.
You lost to the Panthers. I want you to listen to this. Listen to this. Okay. In all reality, y'all should only lost 2 games.
Yeah.
Think about this. You should have beat the Eagles. And if it wasn't for that lightning delay, y'all would have. You lost to the Bears. That's a loss. I mean, 31-14 to the Bears. That's a bad loss. You should have beat the Packers.
Yeah.
Panthers, you lost 30-27. Y'all should have won that.
Yeah, because they
So-
was expecting to win, and then they didn't prepare for that. They just thought they was gonna get the automatic win.
And then here you are. I mean, y'all should only had 2 losses. But that's where y'all at. Y'all got to play the Eagles one more time. And the Eagles are going to lose. I say the Eagles lose 2 more games
I can see that.
because I mean they're barely getting by. They're not a good Eagles team.
They are not. But here's the thing: I just want them to not win the division. As long as they don't win the division and they get in the playoffs and they lose, I'm okay.
Y'all still could win that division. What's going to hurt you though? You need them to lose 3 because you don't want to tie because they'll hold the tiebreaker over y'all
Yep.
because y'all got a tie.
Mhm.
So, and then in the NFC North, man, it's Packers are 5-2-1, Detroit's 5-3, Chicago Bears 5-3. Think about that.
I know the Bears.
And look at Minnesota; they're not out; they're 4-4. They got McCarthy back,
Yep.
so they're only 2 games out of first place.
Mhm.
The Vikings. Going to the NFC South, the Bucks are 6-2. Carolina's 5-4, and then the rest of it, you might as well forget them. And then here's to me, I think right now this is the best conference in the NFL right here.
The West.
The NFC West, the Rams, the Seahawks, and the 49ers. The Rams are 6-2, the Seahawks are getting ready to go 6-2, and the 49ers are 6-3.
Yeah. I just think they got some looked up games. The San Fran did me a favor today because they knocked off the Giants. I really did like that.
I think the Rams look pretty good. I think that's my pick right now in the NFC. They're looking solid. Looking pretty good. The Seahawks ain't bad right now, man. 31-7 over the Commanders right now in Washington. So
I would say out of that division, I would have to go with the Rams because I don't trust the Seahawks. The Seahawks will they're gonna put up a good show. And if it's what you call it, when it comes to something like actually have to go through and grind the win out through the playoffs, well,
Sam Darnold, he throws interceptions. He loses playoff games.
I'm gonna say, and I hate to say this because I'm talking about one of my guys. He's my boy, love him to death. But Sam Darnold goes to the school of Dak Prescott, and they learn to choke all levels of choking, and they not gonna get it.
All right, let's do our picks, and then we're about done with this.
Yep.
Okay, you got the Raiders at the Broncos Thursday night. Come on, Raiders! Come on, Raiders! Pull this off. So, so really, the Chiefs have got a bye week because their next game's against Broncos. And yeah, I think, hey, here, let me tell you this. I think Andy Reid's winning percentage coming off of a bye.
Oh, yeah, he does have a high percentage.
It's like, I don't even know if he's got like 1 or 2 losses.
I think it's like 90 something, right?
Yeah. So he's coming off a bye week. The Raiders are playing Thursday, playing the Broncos Thursday night. So the Broncos are going to have, it's kind of like a little mini bye. They're going to have like 10 days until that. So you're going Broncos on that?
I'm going Broncos.
Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going Raiders. I know, probably shouldn't. But the Broncos barely won today. The Raiders should have won. I'm going the Raiders. The Browns and the Jets.
Ooh.
I'm going
bottom of the barrels. I'm going Jets. Just because I like Aaron Glenn.
A good one here. Patriots and the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are coming off a bye. I'm going Bucks.
Oh, but I don't know. Here's the thing about the there's this guy he called bench warmer Brandon. He does a show on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel, and he did point out a point when he talked about the Bucks. He said because the Bucks running back is Bucky Irvin,
Yeah,
and he's good. And he said the thing with the Tampa Bay anthem, no Bucky, we sucky. So if Bucky Irvin is not going to be in that game, they might lose that one. I don't know
he's
because
been
he's
out.
hurt.
He's been out for weeks,
Yeah,
but they're 6-2. The Bucks are 6-2.
but I think they lost that last one without him.
No, they've been winning even without him. I've got him in my fantasy league,
Yeah,
and
but
I
didn't they
picked up.
lose last week?
No, they had a bye this week.
Yeah, but I thought they lost last week without him because he wasn't with them, and they lost last week. I thought.
Let's see. Now last week they beat the Saints. They lost to the Lions.
Oh, okay,
They lost to the Lions 24-9, but they beat the Saints last week.
okay, that's what it is. It's the Lions game. He was like, "No Bucky, we sucky."
All right. Yeah, I'm going Bucks. Who you going with that?
Bucks.
All right. Now the Rams are going to the 49ers.
I got Rams on this.
I did too.
I think the 49ers just been getting lucky.
Falcons going to the Colts. I got the Colts.
Falcons, Colts, yeah.
You got the G-Men going to Chicago. I say the Bears win that.
Bears.
I don't even know how the Bears are winning. All right. The Bills are going to the Dolphins.
Bills, Dolphins, Bills. Let's go, Bills.
I hope the Dolphins win, but
I
all right, here you go. Ravens going to the Vikings.
like Vikes.
I'm going Vikings on this. And I'm going to say this. If the Ravens lose this, I think that ends their
Bid for the division.
could be. I don't think they're going to get in on a wild card because you got
Yeah.
too many other divisions doing. The Chiefs division may have 2 coming out of it, if not 3.
Right, that's true.
So you probably got 3 coming out of their division and 2 coming out of with the Patriots and the Bills. 2 coming out of that.
Yeah.
So that would leave 1 coming from the other ones.
Yep.
So
And it's only going to be division leaders.
all right, you got the Saints going to the Panthers. Panthers going to win that.
Panthers. Ooh, buddy, who thought the Panthers would have all these wins?
They don't know how to react.
I know. This is Bryce Young's most winning season, and he has like 4 wins.
Jags going to Texans. You know what?
Jags, Texans. I'm
going Texans. We said it at the same time. And that's another team that's not good, but they're winning.
Yeah.
Is the Jags.
Mm-hmm. They
Cardinals
both look bad. Texans and Jags.
Yeah. Cardinals are going to Seattle. I'm going Seahawks.
Seattle.
Lions going to the Commanders. I'm going Lions.
Oh, yeah, definitely Lions.
Steelers going to the Chargers. Please, Steelers win. Please, Steelers
come
win.
on, win that, Steelers.
Eagles going to the Pack. And I'm going to tell you what. Packers are just coming off. The Packs are coming off a loss.
Yep.
I think the Packers rebound.
Bounce back. Yep.
I think the Packers beat the Eagles in Lambeau.
I hate both, but the odds of me getting a tie out of that is going to be bad. So I'm going to go Pack.
Well, you don't want a tie because you want the Pack to win.
That's true. Because then I'll have another tie division.
Then the thing is, then that's a win. That's a loss that the Eagles need for y'all's Cowboys. All right. Well, that's all the picks for and that Eagles Packers game is a Monday night game.
Mm.
All right. That's all we got for this episode. We ran over a little bit, but that's
Yeah,
all
we
right.
did.
It's been a few weeks since we've been on here.
Yep.
So just like we always do at the end of each episode, if you're thinking about harming and hurting yourself, there's a quick number to call, 988 dial 1. That's the Veteran Crisis Line, which is 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. That's the Veteran Crisis Line.
Keep an eye on
Uh,
your battle, buddy.
give them a call. Keep an eye on your battle buddy. Any changes of behavior, whatever, talk to them. Or if you're a veteran, go to your local VA medical center. Go to the ER. Tell them you need to talk to somebody. They'll get you in contact through the resources that you need. Don't be afraid to take that first step. Anything else you got, Beans?
I got nothing else.
All right. That's all we got for the night. We'll try to get on the radio audio this week. If not, we'll see you next Sunday night.
Let's probably try audio Tuesday. I think
Yeah.
I'll be good for Tuesday.
Sounds good. We all have a good night and a good week.
Yep. Stay safe.